Welcome to the final stretch. There is a final exam, and I know that you guys are anxious and possibly nervous and a little fearful, but hopefully this brief video will help to calm your nerves some and help you feel more confident about the upcoming exam. So let's go ahead and dive in and explore. So as I've shared in previous post announcements, emails, the exam will open at midnight on July 10th. It closes promptly at 11:59 on the 12th. It will not open before the 10th or remain open after the 12th. It is to be taken online just like you do your other quizzes and exams. You do not go to campus to take this exam unless you happen to want to use one of the campus computers. There are no makeups, retakes. The exam has a 2-hour time limit. When you enter the exam, the timer begins. It will end at 2 hours when that elapses, or when you submit the exam before that 2-hour limit. That does not mean, oh, well, I'm going to take the exam, see if I can take it all the way to the 3rd hour, and then I'll submit it then. It doesn't work that way. There are no save and returns. You can't start it and then all of a sudden you decide you want to watch an episode of your favorite program and you pause it and think you can come back. That's not possible. There's no save and returns. The time limit will elapse and your exam will be submitted as is. If you enter the exam on the 10th, you have to finish it on the 10th. If you enter it on the 11th, you have to finish it on the 11th. You enter it on the 12th, you have to finish on the 12th. If you decide to enter that exam at 9 p.m. or any time after that time, entering at your own risk is what you will be doing. Murphy's Law says that if anything can go wrong, it will go wrong. That is what could possibly happen, especially when we deal with technology. So what I don't want to see are emails coming in at 11 something at night talking about you had technical issues. Because 11 something at night, you should not have been you should be watching your favorite program or eating your favorite dessert or asleep or journaling or drawing or whatever. But what you should not be doing is taking this exam. It's just too risky. Period. And as I've said, there's no makeups, no retakes. If you've been staying up on your reading of the textbook, if you've been taking good notes, if you've been doing well on the quizzes and exams, you should do well on this. Here's what the exam covers. There's chapters 1, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 15, 16. There's 5 questions from each chapter. As you see, chapters 1, 9, and 16 have an asterisk next to them. There's a reason for that. They're special chapters. Those chapters each have an essay. 1 essay per chapter. This lets me know that you understand those concepts. Unlike true, false, and multiple choice where you can guess, with true, false, it's a 50-50. The answer is either true or it's false. Multiple choice, you can do some kind of, how to be a millionaire, split the difference, find out that it's not 2, then just narrow it down to a 50-50 chance, You can do the CAB, BAC kind of thing, right, that we used to do in elementary school. But when it comes to an essay, there's no faking that. You either know the answer or you don't. And this is one way for me to know that you're not just guessing and just pulling anything out of the air. So there's going to be 1 essay per chapter, 1, 9, and 16. Now, don't freak out and throw your laptop. This is not like your written assignments where it's 1 to 3 pages. No. It may be a few sentences, it may be a paragraph, it may be 2 paragraphs. Whatever you need to do in order to explain the answer, to convey your interpretation of what is accurate, that is all I need. Okay? So, I don't need a dissertation. I just need you to be able to briefly explain. So the question may be, define human resource management, or what's the difference between I'm going to pull something out of the air. What's the difference between recruiting and selecting employees? Whatever, right? It could be anything. The questions are not very difficult. I made sure not to pick any difficult questions. I made sure that the questions would be easy enough, but not so easy. It's not going to be, what's the name of the class? Not that simple, but just that you understand the concepts. So with that, if you have any questions, you know how to reach me. I'm going to reinforce one more time. Chapters 1, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 15, 16. 5 questions from each chapter. Chapters 1, 9, and 16 also have an essay. So that means you have 4 true, false, multiple choice questions and 1 essay from each of those chapters, those 3 chapters. Once again, 2-hour time limit, no save and returns, no makeups, no retakes. The day you enter is the day you need to finish. Don't start that exam after 9 p.m. If you do and you run into problems, yeah, please just don't. I prefer that you start earlier in the day. Start on another day. Start on the 11th, 10th, but just don't risk it. And remember, it opens at midnight on the 10th, closes at 11:59 on the 12th. It is not it's not opening before, and it's not staying open later. You're taking the exam online. It's not a paper exam. Any other questions, please email me. I know that you will do well, especially if you've been doing well on previous exams and quizzes. Have a wonderful day, and I will check in with you in the course room soon.